1990s, violent conflicts have shaped Uganda's social, economic, and political landscapes, leaving thousands of victims and survivors with significant social and economic challenges that continue to hamper their journey to economic recovery.
I'm running a restaurant. I started in 2018. It was not doing well until when after COVID-19 around 2022, that's when it started kicking off. But the major challenges that I'm facing is high prices of foodstuff and low customer turn-up, meaning that at times I can cook food and customers will not be there, and at the end of the day I've got to pour, meaning on those days I will be running at a loss.
To date, stories of resilience emerge from communities once shattered by violence and are now rebuilding their lives, transforming adversity into opportunities for self-sustenance.
And one of the projects I have to talk about, I am one of the people around town here who make bricks. And also, I also have another project of beekeeping. But however, as you know, projects have very many challenges. Now, like this brick making has a challenge of rain. And also, if you can talk about the accessibility, the roads where we make the bricks from, when it is the rainy season, accessing the buyers becomes a very big problem. And still also been facing a challenge of finance, not until we sat down as victims and formed a group called Individual Community Reporters Group. This one is helping us to get some finances, which also are not all that enough to fund some of these small projects we are running. Like you can make bricks and reach a point you fail to burn them. So you need someone to give you a hand, buy firewood, and then see how to burn the bricks to the point where you can sell them.
I know channel PDM quite a lot my chill. I know channel ma ramo alimia bongwan piara bear piana li piara der ki to ki bank ya chi dong channel na TK channel ma ramo channel alimia bear piara beach a will diang en ya ki dong channel mo kan da dwa ka toro mi for sa floor so diang en da ti ponyo ne ma dong ateka fu dong kere be kumbeti ya kumbeti dong ngolo ateka fu be dong kere chia no tika konya mata ka da dong tika leko ne puen ko mera no dia chile ken chi dong la war mo beti ma dong tiri chi da no awe kan ko ngiro mo konya ke me da tu ni fu ma ro pe asario no fu na be berion ya mi yo kire aka sapa ke wie pierio na ro mo fu na piano no tiki pesa dek mo no ti kwere be ma ro ma dek
ana ti gwa ko gweno cha ka gwa ne ma ka le berio ke pierio ye chile cha ka ni gwena ngwen ti ma ber ka gwa ko gweno ene a mete ki gwa ne ale bario pierio via dek a cha ka gwa gwa me ni na chi ti ma cha ka gwa eno ne ka gwa ma be ka gwa ka ma be ka ma ki to ka ye gwa no chi a chara no ye mugoba ka gwa pe ka ma be ki kuno o kan to cha ye le ki gwa ne pa ka be cha ti me le ki gwa ne no mugoba pa no mugoba ti ko la ko me si cha na ti gwa no ma ti na ma ga ma ke due ni la boro ko do ma para chele ni ke mi angwen ti gwa ke ti
Although economic challenges persist, to many, small-scale enterprises and agricultural innovations are helping them to survive.
Atie ki upe go mate gwa na ki mukene tuta mer me fu ento wa ga fu long mabe chi enu ne ye jema ana temo ki gwa no bene cha mu kana rin acher kin ga yinyo gwen ka kelo a charo ka da charo cha mu kana be no profit cha kana no loss cha mu kana ba ngwe distance mabo entra no gi mo be pe cha mu kana wil gwen wil tek da ki customer no gi no be ni ka anda wa char wil tek be du ben gia chi dongerang la taw ne medu ko ko nya pe to ku dwak chen chi dwak ko chen na ken en loss ma no na nyam le no.
I have a number of economic activities that I'm doing. Number one is that I'm doing poultry keeping, and under this I am still having both local and improved breed. And also I am owning a motorcycle that I'm doing a border riding activity that helps in bringing income at home. And also I have some fish ponds and I am doing fish farming in that it has taken me like around 3 years now in the venture. Currently there's also piggery, though the numbers has reduced. I have 2, but I was having about 6. So apart from that, I'm also doing farming as a business. Majorly, the crops I'm producing now is the maize, is gnut for this season. And then I have a green gram for the season. It has benefited me a lot because if you are to go into the market for poultry, you will realize there's some good money in the chicken that people do sell these days, especially the ones that are improved, because you keep for less month or for lesser months, then you sell them off at a good price.
Although many victims depend on micro-enterprises to sustain their families, their potential to foster robust economic recovery and several constraints relating to limited access to capital, inadequate land, infrastructures and markets, and lack of business support services, making them inefficient in meeting the economic needs and interests of their families. In this piece, we track down victims of the LRA and ADF conflicts in northern Uganda and Rwenzori regions and share their ordeal.
Kale tukolaga ni beitu muda tukatana tuna sente sike beitu sente sike na anse yongero bingi wa challenge sikanie tone sini nyanya sikakweda sikubundaga ndena we butungulu musana ka kubokiaga alo boko madumi bunje obabuti biba customer bamatu abanyagi na bine bikonjo bibonane musana ukako beuraga okola kidumi bigotoka na bini bilumbani tone ngo biusi tukako bikakweda muno mbaba kasuma badabigulie atani kako kolekana bigunda hayo tubulango kyako kola
neryo a challenge inga wete ngo mundu ngapangise nyumba rent ikanda banzaya elanje abana bano abukaba bukire bana hano nayo ngabulikiringa banayo abasomesa abalya abo abakabasomesa ya ngabasasura musara neryo no musara wabo ngakola kutsibu elangerende namabasasura.
Challenges tukutunga mukitebe ziri material ebintu tukukozesa nibichaburuwamu okuba nogera nosanga ntugena nkahantu nosanga omukoro gwa mani muno so oyuto tukwesanga tuchaino busafuria butaito nkabunu butwino bumwarora nturora igi nebere challenge ya mani
ebitsibwe byatukabana ama project yetu eno tukatwabe unasi erikola maisha kaliri tukatwabe tsumba sabuni twangana twala ya hando batanda tuhekashi neryo babe tanda tuhekashi omundu ni atulime tukisa tukaika kwa duka abo nditwasanga na duka ni abare chenga ini abiri hum neryo twabule werita satu hina riba tulime neryo capital yetu yasa yenemukea nekyakabiri bwakandya capital yetu ninyike kusangwa tukakakolamu kandi tunemukali nerihereremu abana ebitsibu ebindi ebyatukabanamu akanayiri twakola esabuni neryo kandi yakwa kandi twabithekemu esyasente syethu sinene neryo yikayama biyikwa yathotha neryo ukasangana bweyiyamakwa buli neryo esente syethu syekwiremu buli neryo kasi yethu bwakeyake kusangwa yabirithotha
Kene kumchana bedongo chen dong ma ti jule merong kera char dong merong en me kero kwan nong nok eno gidong me achama eto kero kwan pe ma joto twan no we dong neno dong be stock dong pe ma di ti de manap dong en
ento pe ka kel da pe ento awil pipi mutegi awach ento pe ka kel kwan ma da pe awil pipi ma dong na ma no siro tene dong pipi ka dong duong ma dong wach payot si dong pati der mo ma da ma wa nong kere chen ma wil mi la ma kela la kom pipi wa wil ma nyene
challenges zinyinamu capital yange challenge taito ngoko warora ati ngogo abera agambire malo eze nyijine kwa mpesente chonga hati na yasanga sente ezi tingia kizine ekindi omuntu naso kuhereza omulimu n'abana abanza kurora oyine hoki naso kuba nayenda kuhereza omulimu gwe milioni 5 chonga bwa kuhika site yawe nororo tayinaho display kandi display kintu kyamani nikisikiriza ba customer nasango tayinaho display naho amani for example hati bokurora hati singa customer ija hano kundetera omulimu kuba roro ogwa inaho display omulimu taso kugumpereza na guhereza ogwo igina challenge ekyakabiri nakezo kukozesa machine zo kukozesa nyina kano ka grinder norora kataito tikaso kunkora omulimu gukanguha na machine naye nyine heno chonga nkoto muno ubunguba ntungire breakdown omulimu gunkozere kutalivaine tinso kugihimba so niba ninyetaga akamashini akataito ekintu ekindi nanka drill tukozesaga drill nayo na drill tinyene device yange eno nayo ya magezi go kuyiya tere ya mulembe just ngata mu bongo kurorangu mbe ninkoraho no kukwata nora tukwata kurungi
tungana utisa challenges mu salon like ebyo mabye rikolesya nganta esya dryer nganta ebiyiri nganta ebiwuta
tiba tugubisi ngokotana era totekento kyonguba kuba ya dentore akukora baitu tembo to akora mombere getwana era mumba twaneraga tutetwanka kugobera kimwe atisente kasente katwatunga kakwenda mu bento benje dala butio bonte asukuru mpangisangege nangamba etole mtupangisi esente capital toto na yeye kumara buli kimwe kyona kitore nere bikoresho toto na yeye kumara
ya no ni kumane poro ni gimomo tinonge pere piana ria kanbo berari ya machoki kam kibal ngomo bicheko chamo marama chara makilisiana ya no ni opego acha gwa opego pego ber maber de maka rom joma ke gulo district gibiro gamo ngela chempu cha biro matek ter mi joko tu do tek pen no mer chiling maduong kar beta gwana.
For an inclusive post-conflict economic development, economic support remains central in countering individual and community vulnerabilities and fostering not just economic recovery, but also hope and resilience.
Uganda for decades has had a history of conflicts. And out of these conflicts, the country has registered a big number of victims. And these victims, again, for long, have been treated and regarded by many actors as being vulnerable. And this is a fallacy, because not all victims are vulnerable the way we regard them to be. But also their vulnerabilities differ. Some, we can say, are extremely vulnerable, some are less vulnerable. Victims in many ways have access to resources and opportunities, and these include land, knowledge, skills, and even the existence of government programs. But also, many of these victims are organized within groups, and within these very groups they can access moral support, they can access credit services, they can access counseling services. And so within these very resources, therefore, victims can find meaningful resilience.
In the second segment, victims of conflicts narrate what needs to be done to strengthen their small-scale enterprises and graduate them from vulnerability to resilience.